to the weird show. Jean's not ready.
I had to set never on so to see recording.
Rolling? I don't know.
Okay. Okay, now you got to do something on your end to get me in. Do you see that? It's pretty straightforward. So we'll be able to see what's being shown.
Why is that? Like,
we're live now. Okay, come on.
No, but why is that? We're doing cherouny fine art.
Yeah, hey, the golden lake queen. Hey, this spider here. You might be too close to each other. Just go.
Weasels.
There we go.
Age the weasels.
So we're here connecting old friends, doing a collab.
Showing off our weird vibes. Giving off our weird vibes here. Yes. The new Steve Vermont, right?
That's right. Supporting each other.
The last day because I want to get this in because
Getting on an airplane a little bit. Yep. Not exactly green, but you know, it's okay. We can also like enjoy life, get out to each little. But I'm just wanting to say that I have this outfit that's been exclusively made for myself and my rollerblade painting. It sports some really. Why don't you tell us about your outfit?
I was honored. Yes, I was honored. Jean asked me. I don't know. You guys can do one. We did Jean's the Bricklets. I have these green circle in my back. My board. And Jean, she asked for weird styles for her upcoming painting performance. Of course, I was honored. Yeah, connected. Many years. We went to school together way back. We were speed racing brats. And so we spent the day at the fabric store. All the fabrics collaborated. This is the result. And I'm really happy with this. She is gonna have fun. So
that's what a good education is doing. A beautiful introduction. Now we're going to get a little weird and canny. Behind us, we have a rollerblade painting, all done with my rollerblades. For those of you who follow me, I'm Jean_cherouny. You may have seen some of my live performances in my studio. I picked David after he just kept saying, "You are like legit. You're legit. You're like legit." And like I was at a time in my career where I really needed to hear that. You know, I feel like sometimes it's a little weird what I do, but it's also like coming from being a ski racer, turning into an artist. And
it's not the easiest thing in the world.
It's like not for the faint-hearted.
Just connecting with you. It's like I have people to be like finding someone just weird, sweet weirdness, and to help validate that. I think that's what this is about.
Yeah, you know, like Vincent Van Gogh. Weird day. You know, he struggled. No, it's not easy. When you do something very different. It's like you want more different people around you, different things.
Yeah, it's vulnerability. Yeah. Vulnerable out there. Look, it's just got different stuff. He's just doing it. Performance. She's working with rollerblades. And I'm walking around with like insane pantaloons on, stuff like that.
The pockets.
But it's my style. It's my style. Like feel like there's an audience out there. So the two of us together are collaborating together to build our brands, our art, because that's ultimately what it's about.
Helping people who come from background. I'm all about just the age and generations of people who went out excited. You know, the Imagination. I mean, I think that's what we do with this. People have a strong imagination and a passion, a genuine because what we do comes from athletic background.
Yeah, someone was asking me just recently, how did you know? Because there's another ski racer way back now, see what I'm doing. Wow, how did you survive that ski racing academy? It's protocol and it's rigid and everything's there, the Olympians and things like that. But that's not entirely true. I mean, I thrived in that environment because we were given so much freedom to be ourselves. And they were like, and I was like, what did I wear back then? But I think I think what was important is we were allowed to wear whatever we wanted.
Okay, there was Nerve Day, I have to say.
But
we were like funky. It was like 80.
Yeah, and I mean, it ended up we just wore shitty, tracksuits and Adidas flip flops. That gave us the confidence, and people were just like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this is my thing. And it feels good. And I think that's, those are the kinds of things that, that stick with you.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I was just speaking about that freedom and athleticism. I recently had the headmaster from Brookmount Academy, James Anderson, reach out to me. He's like, from ski racer to artist. I was like, dang, man, I was always an artist,
Exactly.
But I did a lot of art at the ski racing academy because it was structured with more grades and with the freedom to like do art, to have like air bands, to explore.
Fun,
painted bands.
Just like I paint my shirts now and things like that, which is what we did.
And I paint with rollerblades now. I mean,
we made our own t-shirts.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to bring that to a brand. Let people design
like mine.
Yeah,
well, I'm here for you. Really, really supporting you. Thanks. But I really.
But we're at Jane's place.
Yeah, for anyone watching this after, or if anyone's joining late, we're in my backyard in Winooski, Vermont, and we have a sort of a trunk show of David's goods, and I'm wearing one. I'm going to be using it at a photo shoot.
It's a fashion mob.
It's a fashion mob.
Hey.
We're so excited to share it with you. So, David does jeans. He's sporting some right now. And then also he does like more dress. I guess those are dresses.
These are like
they're so cool. Can you just see yourself in LA walking down the street?
These are deep nights. They're weird pants. I don't even know whether it's or after. It's kind of magnetic. Anyways, yeah. Well, it's just fun. But this is just an example.
It's not just an example. Can I just correct him right now? These are monumental, creative, original. You can have one custom made like I have.
Yeah, like commissioned artwork. I'm doing that.
Same as my art. If you want to do that.
I just made tracks for somebody with Meek who likes rapper Meek Mill, and I made that for her. She's so excited.
And if you want the exclusive video that this outfit will be in, we'll be in touch about that on.
And I've already got interest in these wonderful gold lame shorts. Going to support those.
Hey, we made this idea. Yeah, label it now.
So, but going back, like ski racing and like that, it's and being an artist is not mutual.
Keep talking.
That's the whole point.
Look at this man's t-shirt. Man's.
I started, Easy Green Circle is I'm a trail runner. I'm an ultra runner and ultra trail runner, and that's how this all got started. Just spending like wicked long hours along out the trails and turning in sand into weirdness, because weird is not just weird. It's just and that's what this is all about. It's not, you're not mad, we're not talking about we're not talking about mutually, that is, anyways, what we're talking about, tracks. Yeah, so, these are donuts, and, and it's cool. This is the donuts item. This is the original. So this is the original, I don't know if you can get a close up of that. This is the original logo here. So you can see It is the easy green circle that's used, out there on ski trails. So, just a little history of the brand that resulted from hours of sitting on a chairlift at Golden Valley
with all our children.
Probably literally the oldest chairlift in there. Many hours, sitting on there, talking about just all kinds of weird stuff, and mostly fascination with being poor and get and things like that. Coming up, like Shark Tank, things like that, and trying to come up with ideas. And we came up with these like AC streamers, earbud on, air conditioners, stuff like that. And then like a car screen, because my ex-girlfriend, we were camping. We were car camping in Florida. It's like so many studios and stuff like that. Came up with that idea. But then I was like, what about easy green circle?
Come on. It just screams like Marilyn Monroe. You can wear her. This is like classic old cars.
It's easy style. Yep. These are the blue pants and everything's custom. Just update your dimensions, all the proper measurements, and we'll work to make it fit just right. So just to finish up with easy green circle, then I was like, what about easy green circle? Because everyone talks about black diamond, like everything's difficult. What about why not just take the easy way? It can be easy. So like that's right. So nobody wants to do intermediate, like what that intermediate, right in the middle. Don't do that. So easy
is certainly less stress on your body, and that's why I'm fleeing to the beaches, just to have some R&R, relax. The rollerblade thing is certainly very relaxing for me as I'm moving, thinking. Now I have this new dimension of wearing these clothes that sort of like speak to me, kind of like a futuristic Spider Painter, Bob Ross kind of like connection in the 70s. So I just think it's all fun, and like I've recently heard that everything repeats itself, and I'm a big believer in this, and I think that like even though people have done things like this, it's very unique, this relationship and this connection, because it's genuine and it comes from your heart and our heart. So like connecting to old friends and helping each other out,
it's authentic.
Yeah.
That's I know that's important to you, and that's what the most important. It's like I can smell forgery. There's so much out there that's just fake, and just trying to they're just trying to sell you a message. So like, what is the message? It's just still in the really wicked fun conception stage.
Yeah,
I don't even know where it's going.
Tell us a little bit about living at 11. That relates to Big Easy as well.
That's I just have all these different ideas, and so I just put them on shirts and stuff like that. Living at 11 is that's just there's several there's a lot there. Basically it comes from Spinal Tap, where you've got your speaker up to 10. But no, you go to 11 and it's loud. Everything about my life and what I got it cranked up, and I want to get my message out there. And so I live at 11, and it's funny because like I go running at 11 o'clock at night. I just because what's your weird, and just like embrace your weirdness, and that's it also, and also 11.
We talked about that the other day.
That.
Yeah, I mean,
make
like,
a wish, but I'm also doing. Sorry to interrupt, but the one last thing is, 11% of all my sales is going to go towards research in mental illness, mental health, as well as because it's important that art and mental health. We could speak for hours.
Yeah, I mean, Mark Rothko, I was just watching a video he suffered and tried to commit suicide. He was someone who I don't think people really, they saw his paintings so beautiful and profound and spiritual, but he was expressing, it was like art therapy in a way for him to quiet his mind. And I mean that because
it's saving my life. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
It's making it
I mean,
much
my art
more
saves
livable.
my life too, because it allows me to focus on something in my vision that is truly myself. And I think there aren't as many things like in the world you can actually take something that you create and then it like snowballs onto itself and turns into all kinds of other connections and things, and you work on it hard every day, and you work hard and you believe in it. And I think that's what you're trying to do. And so I'm totally supporting that because I'm trying to do.
And I just got fun element to it. The mushrooms are incorporated in my brand. They actually represent my 3 kids. But also the mushrooms are also a little tip of the chapeau, to the possibility of psychedelics and where that's going, the research that's going that with mental health as well as just, hey, tripping's fun, man. It's just I embrace it.
You should tell them what you do when you're not doing this, because you're a technician. You work in the medical world.
Yeah, and I do. Yeah, so to pay the bills currently, I work the acute medical care, the emergency, and so it's just I see so much of that as well.
Yeah.
And it's just there's other avenues to getting well. It's not just about taking pills and meds. What's your therapy, and that's kind of like what's you weird, just finding that and embracing it. And
I'm really relating.
Weird is where it's at.
Yeah, and weird is also creative and imaginative. I had my daughter painting in my daughter's 26, and your kids are younger than my children, and they're young, creative people. And I had my daughter painting in the studio, and it was just that whole idea that art can be shared. Art. I'm a teacher as well. That's how I make my money outside of what I do, but now I'm full-time art. And by the way, you can find me at cherouny.com. Get a little plug in there.
Easy circle.com.
There you go. You gotta just oh yeah. Make sure people don't. I will flash it across the screen if we could, but we're just doing our first Instagram live before I take off for the beach for a couple of weeks, and I'm just doing everything I can to support my friend here and my moldy mushroom man. And hope you if the message is clear enough, I hope you can do that for someone else on Instagram Live. Because we all do a little bit for each other and help each other out. Hopefully that just jettisons you to the 11 and you experience wealth and health, and what else have we talked about tonight? Wealth, health, spirituality, all the good things.
Yeah, and there's many things about wealthy dead. We're just gonna put that out there. We're not going to talk about it.
Oh, I don't think.
Are you living in a green mind?
I think green mind needs to be talked about a little bit because it also relates to the easy. It's green. It's Vermont. Hopefully not just in Colorado find you, but
it's cannabis. It's all that. It's just expanding your mind. Environmental. It's really fun.
Yeah. It started in your notion of family. Yep.
Yeah. So.
Oh wait, say where you are. You're going to be starting up a shop in Middleburg.
Yeah. So we're going to be in the storefront, Middle Ferry. So that'll be my first. I didn't think that was necessary, but I've talked to people because that's what I want to have an experience. I want to just blow Ben and Jerry's out of the water. That kind of thing. People can come in and there's going to be me, and I have other stitches. That's one thing I talk about. I have a collective. My clothing is all custom made, and And it's not outsourced. It's not overseas. You know, it's
It's
real.
green.
It's
Because of that.
authentic, man.
Yeah.
And it's made right here in Vermont, stitched by hand with using sewing machines and shit. And like we just and I so like I got like a mushroom olive stitchers, and we're just stitching stuff, and it's really fucking cool. And so we have one store. You come in and we're stitching away and stuff, and all that stuff there, get measured, you know, and you know it will send it to you when it's done. But at the same time, like you can buy a T-shirt, and then there's tables you can design your own artwork on, you know, right there in the store. You can't do that anywhere else.
And you just brought up another thing that we talked about. I thought would be really fun to share with our audience today. We are working on a maker that could possibly be sometime this summer. Is the idea of having possibly me rollerblading and the stitchers stitching and throwing out T-shirts to the community to decorate on the spot. This is a fabulous idea. David came up with it. I'm just like, yeah, we can have these maker events. And I think it's really just about partnering with people who support your ideas, the collaboration aspect of it.
I'm going to provide a venue, basically providing a venue also for people to come out, like Jean, obviously, you know, with her stuff, but there's so many performers that I've connected with, you know, hula hoopers and fire eaters.
There's so many fire eaters in Vermont.
You know, like stuff like that, and people who can, you know, mix their music and stuff, and just, you know, and just vibe at the same time. Really fun experience.
So if you are a fire eater, I mean, maybe if you want a chance at hula hooping, or if you're a DJ looking for a gig, contact David.
Or just creating art in any way that's that's different and is expressive and is like a performance as well, because that's what it is all about. Genius. It's what goes into it, and that's, I want people to see what I do too, like, you know, stitching. It's really cool. You know, I mean, when you see somebody stitching your own clothing, I don't know, there's a connection. It's gonna cost more, but it's lasts forever. And there's time, and it's authentic because it's income.
I like it. We're starting to sound a little bit like an info commercial, but we're not. And we're just real people doing real things and wanting to connect with people out there and using a platform that does that. You know, for David, it's easygreencircle.com. Again, we don't have flashing across the screen, but I'm Jean Cherouny, fineart.com. If you want to look at my works, check them out. I'll be out and about this summer too. I'm trying to help David a little bit about places to go.
I'm in the clandestine mushroom hut a lot, which you know, a lot of people
trying to get you out there.
People don't know where that is, so it's out there in the woods, man. So
that's right. We gotta.
I challenge you to find it.
No. I think I got a venue for
you. But I mean, but I will.
Hopefully the
I will pop up.
That's where I'm going to
pop up. And
you'll see them. Yeah. So this is just an intro. Because you are part of that.
We got that.
We see the mushroom.
Yeah, the mushroom. That's
love it. He's so cute. He does a lot of that. He's sort of like a puppet. He is great. You'll see him in posts, so get to know him.
And he's so I just, you know, I put him here, and I don't get a crick net or anything like that. I drool on him. He sucks it up. That's what he lives on. So it's like a symbiotic thing. He just smiles all the time. He makes
Well, we didn't have any live goers tonight, but you know what? Though it takes doing these a little bit more to get people on the feed and stuff like that. So we'll do it again, and maybe we'll do it when I'm in Aruba. We can just pop on and say, "How's it going?"
And I may just pop up in Aruba.
Oh my God! Please do. You and your friends. You gotta come. Bring the Mushroom Man.
All right.
Peace out, everybody.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Right.
Thanks for joining.
Stay in the green mind. Here's where it's at.